Hello everyone, and thanks for watching CS Academy, worldwide educational platform for computer science O and A levels. This is Sabihuddin Ahmed. Now I am going to focus on task 3 pre-release for October-November 2017. So now this is, you are going to read the questions and its description that at the end of the task 3 is calculate the money taken for all the boards at the end of the day. So now the description is, at the end of the day, use the data stored for each board to calculate the total amount of money taken and the total number of hours boards were hired that day. Find out how many boards were not used that day and which boards was used the most. Provide a report for the owner to show this information. So now you will be writing the code which will be called, or which should be called, a running code. That means you are assuming that this code has already been done in a program form. So you will see that the code snippets will be displayed on a screen, and you will see that, and you will have to develop your concepts accordingly. So now moving on to the next slide, that is program flow or pseudocode. Again, you are going to take the number as a board number. If board number less than 1 or board number greater than 10, then you are going to fix this problem by the error message, that is print invalid board number. Valid boards are 1 till 10. So you are going to again highlight that the valid board numbers are 1 till 10. In the else case, if board number equals to 1, this is the programmatically written. Double equals to means it is equalizing the one state where you are going to find out the unused boards. If board number equals to 1 or board number equals to 3, then because we have already stored this thing in an array and the array has displayed, so we are going to just show you the output in the form of fixed data. Now if board number equals to 1 or board number equals to 3, then under then unused boards, empty array, that means an empty array equals to board number. The board number which will correspond to the status, it will copy the value of the board number, that is, which could be within 1 or 3, not 2, 4, 6 and other numbers, except 1 and 3, because 1 and 3 has been set to unused board. That means the availability is not you can say sure in that times. So else if board number equals to 5, then again you are going to set for the most used board, because the most used board means, let's suppose the board is ready to use from 10 AM to 17 PM, and why it is the most used? Because it could be used to start hiring or to the returning time. The most probably that this board number is free from both the direction. You are hiring the board, you are returning from the same board, and the end if statement. So moving on to the next slide, that will be showing you the other output. The output which you will have to calculate for the owner, that total hours hired all boards. This is the generic variable which has collected all the boards hours. That suppose that would be written in total hours hired each board, and the counter is placed in the array of this total hours hired for each board. So now the total number of hours will be stored in this array, and then later on it will be calculating the values. So next is the total amount all boards as it is required by the owner of the company equals to total amount equal all boards equals to total amount all boards. The same approach is kept continued, that is total amount each board, and the counter is placed in the array of the total amount each board. That means you are collecting the amount from each board. So this way you have calculated the number of hours for all the boards, or let's suppose during the day, and total amount for all the boards during the day. So the next is the report you are going to produce for the owner, that is print total hours hired by all boards. Total number of hours hired by all boards you have just calculated in this variable. You have put the variable next to the statement, print statement. Then print total amount collected at the end of the day from all the boards, that is total amount all boards. The third one is boards which were not used unused boards, the array with the array values. I have not put the values in it because this is an empty array, and if you want to put the counter with this, you can just use the counter, or you can just write this separately. Boards which were not used 1 and 2, that means 0, 1, right? So this can be used as two different boards are there which are not sure to use. Now print board which was used the most. So boards raw, that means the number you have entered, it has been tested in the condition where the number was 5. The board number 5 was the most used board. So now this way you have seen that the board number has already been tested and filtered. That is why boards raw board number, right? This is an array of the board raw. From the board raw array, it will correspond to the number, and then the total value will be displayed here while corresponding to the number of value being tested. So now next is print total number of trips of the most used board. This was not required, but I have written it because we have given the counter. That is why we are going to use this. Most used board, that means the most used board means how many times the board was used. You're counting that one trip, second trip, third trip, and so on. So this is the all about the owners or the pre-release for 2017. So I hope that I was able to explain the most part of this whole pre-release, and I expect that students will get benefit from this, and I can just show whatever it is possible. So thanks for watching.